Lauren, would you hold your baby at this point? Just all of you come forward. Just stand right here, make a nice face. Hold your baby. So just a few brief words about the ceremony. The word bris means covenant. We reaffirm an ancient promise made by God to Abraham over 3,500 years ago. God said to Abraham, if you keep my mitzvot, my commandments, I will give you the rain in its season, your harvest will be bountiful, and your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky. Abraham accepted and became a partner with God. Many people think we perform brises for health reasons or cleanliness. Might be healthier to have a bris, that's not why we do it. It is simply the sign of that ancient promise and a reminder of one's connection to God, the Torah, and the Jewish people. The Torah tells us twice, but without explaining, that we should do the bris on the 8th day. But there are times when that cannot happen, times when it should not happen, and the biggest problem I have is everyone simply miscounts. They don't know that the day of birth is the first day. So a baby born on a Monday before sunset will have his bris the following Monday. Monday after sunset the following Tuesday. I simply ask all families, please, before you make any kind of arrangements, check with me first. Make sure you have the correct day. You don't need a minyan for a bris. A quorum of 10 is not required. Officially in Judaism, we do not have godparents. If families wish to appoint them, they may. The person who holds the baby for the bris, is called a sandek, not a godfather. And I happen to be a cantor and not a rabbi or a doctor. The baby will cry the loudest before I actually do the bris, but he should be calm and quiet very quickly, and that's what happens most of the time. Occasionally I'll get a baby that cries a lot more. I really hope that doesn't happen, but it can. Please know that I'm obligated by Jewish law to have the gentlest and the quickest way to do the bris, and I think you'll be very pleased when you see how well the baby does. The word we associate with this ceremony is simcha. It means it's a joyous and happy event. And as I'm looking around, I do need to see some more joyous and happy events. I see a lot of nervous people. I'd like to remind you this is not a medical procedure. It is a profoundly significant and beautiful Jewish life cycle event. And the joy that you feel, I hope, will accompany this beautiful child throughout his life. And finally, the ceremony affords us the wonderful opportunity to acknowledge God as the creator of life. Anna, please hold the baby and smile. Anna, hold the baby and smile. Okay, thank you.
One more kiss.
That's right. We welcome the baby to the ceremony with the same words that we hope he will hear when he's announced as a groom under the wedding canopy, and those words are, Baruch haba, Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe lemor Pinechas ben Elazar ben Aharon HaKohen Eshiv et chamati me'al b'nei Yisrael V'tano et kinati b'tocham v'lo chiliti et b'nei Yisrael b'kinati lachem emor Hineni noten lo et v'riti shalom. The verse just recited speaks of Pinechas, the son of Elazar, who was awarded a brit shalom, a covenant of peace, on behalf of his actions for God and the Jewish people. Would you hand the baby to Pat, please? Pat, you want to sit? Yep. Pat will place the baby on the specially designated chair of Elijah as we welcome Elijah the prophet to the bris today, given this seat of honor for, according to one interpretation, he reestablished the performance of this mitzvah. Place the baby right here on the pillow head in either direction, that's fine. This is the chair of Elijah, who's called the angel of the covenant, may be remembered for good. Would you pick the baby up from the pillow, please? And to Michael. Michael, please come and hold your son. What I'm about to tell you always comes across as funny. It's not meant that way. As a matter of fact, it's very important to me that a bris not get turned into a venue for comedy or jokes, but is to explain that the obligation to actually perform the bris devolves upon the father. I'm only here to act as a representative, but I make it possible for any and every father who wants to do his own son's bris to do so. I have a small percentage who request and who would like to do this, and a greater percentage who don't, and that's okay. There are many mitzvot, not all, where you can appoint a representative and still receive the full credit for the mitzvah. So to make sure that you get the full credit for this, and not me, if you wish you might get it, you don't have to, you can if you want. You don't require anybody else's approval. This is your mitzvah. So if you'd like to appoint me, you may. If not, I'll simply set it up and you can do it. Okay, I accept your appointment. Thank you very much. Bye, everybody. Thank you for coming to my bris today.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go. And once more around for the slow people. That's a punim.
Looks like Abe.
He's gonna cry like me, that's it.
Now, Lauren and Michael, I want to show you the reason I asked you to put your son in this outfit, in these outfits, actually, is this is how you keep your baby's arms out of your way when you change.